not very snowy for Christmas, is it? Doesn't feel like Christmas. It's not like when I was a kid. You know, that really was Christmas. But kids now, they don't know what Christmas is. They just don't get it. But when I was young, that's when Christmas was good. For that brief period of time when I was a child, only then is when Christmas was good. You know, you just have like your own fun traditions with the family, and it'd be lovely. They're all like stuck on their iPhones and playing with their flashlights or whatever they do. One tradition we had, you know, and it was all in good fun. My dad and my uncle always used to fight, and I don't mean like have an argument, but they'd literally like be wrestling each other, throwing punches sometimes. My dad and my uncle, they were both in the Second World War, and my uncle, they've got a name for it now. They call it PTSD. It was thought of just as a kind of man up kind of thing back then. Like people didn't realise how serious it was, and my dad fucking certainly didn't realise how serious it was. Every Christmas, right? He'd every Christmas when my uncle would come round, it would inevitably get to the point in the afternoon where he's eaten too much and drank too much, and he falls asleep. I don't know how he does it every time. My uncle would fall asleep, and this just became like a family tradition, Gammon family tradition. My uncle would fall asleep in the armchair. My dad would sneak up behind him, blow a balloon, have the balloon over his head, have a pen in the other hand, pop the balloon. My uncle would fly out of the armchair. My dad would start screaming at him in German, and he wouldn't know where he was, what he was doing. He'd just go to the source of the noise. My dad fucking grab him by the throat. The pair of them would be fighting, wrestling, chucking stuff at each other. My poor mum, God rest her soul, she would have to get a new set of plates and cutlery and everything every Christmas, after every Christmas in the January sales, just because they would be absolutely smashed and ruined. And this would go on for about an hour until they both calmed down. After they both like lost their breaths and couldn't fight anymore, my mum would dab their heads with wet towels, and we'd sit down and watch Dad's Army, you know, and just have a bloody good laugh. You know, and that's what I mean, just like these fun little family traditions that are just lost on the younger generation.